Hi, welcome to Trading with TK, teaching you to turn ideas into money. We're at www.tradingwithtk.com, and today's Wednesday, May 7th. And the market pulled back, 90 points more than I thought they should have. And it has started to bother me, especially some volume came in late in the afternoon. And for the life of me, it just didn't make sense, So I had to search around and figure out what caused it. And what I came up with, I think it was just an emotional reaction to the news that the SEC is now going to oversee or put on some more clamps, so to speak, over the banks and some of the other institutions, and some of the big boys thought that that's not good for banks, so that they decided to start selling. And if you want to shake the marketplace up, start knocking bank stocks down or any of the other financial institutions. And I think that's probably what caused the extra 90 points that I didn't think was going to happen in the Dow. But we'll take a look at that in our final segment, and we'll look at some levels, and we'll see what we can expect for tomorrow. Okay, what else have I got? I've got another idea for you tomorrow, although this may not be for everyone. I looked at so many stocks today, and I just couldn't find something that actually really fit my eye, except for this one. Everything else was either too late to buy or it's too early to buy them. And I just couldn't find anything I thought was just right, except for this one. Now, it's $1 stock, so that's why I said it may not be for everybody, but I'm going to bring it anyway. Then we'll take a look at the stock we bought today, CPSL. It had a little roller coaster ride, a big volume in the stock, very big volume for the stock, over almost close to 3 million shares. And then we'll take a look at my winners and losers, because I sold the balance of the position in Advanced Micro Devices, but I only sold it because I think it's going to pull back, and I want to be able to load up the gun again. So we'll take a look at that also. But without further ado, our stock for tomorrow is BCON, Bacon Utilities. So in just a moment, we'll take a look at the chart, and I'll show you exactly how we're going to take this idea and turn it into some money. Now, don't go away. I'll be right back. Okay, we're looking at a daily bar chart of BCON. There it is. This is a call on the long side. We're looking to buy this stock tomorrow somewhere between $1.16 is where it closed and $1.12. And our target is $2.10. This would be like a double almost. And so what do I see? Okay. Let me turn this into a 9-day chart to give you some history. I'm going back to this major support area right in here. Right here. Draw a line straight across. And you can see it got here once, bounced, came down again, and now it's starting to climb up with a nice staircase pattern. So this is a really good area for it, that the whole thing is starting to move up from. Now let's go back to a daily and show you what I should see. Okay, I see breakout, I see pullback, I see breakout, I see pullback, I see breakout, I see pullback, I see breakout, I see pullback. Now you got to know what I'm going to say next. Breakout, pullback, breakout, pullback, all the way up to our target at $2.10. On top of that breakout pullback pattern, this is very similar to Capstone Industries. I don't know if people were watching me when we got into that at $1.88. Had the same type of pattern. As a matter of fact, this is in the same business. This is alternative energy. They make some sort of electrical generators. I'm not exactly sure, but that's the business they're in. Very similar to Capstone Industries. So we also have an ascending triangle working here too. So that's what I see. I know it won't be for everybody, but it did trade 1,800,000 shares today. It usually trades 1 million a day, and everyone pick their own sell stop. You pick your own spot when you think the trade isn't working anymore for you. If the picture deteriorates and you don't like it, you have to pick out where you want to put your own sell stop order in. Because I don't deal with sell stops in the conventional manner, and I know a lot of people do, and that's fine. Whatever makes you sleep at night. All right, so let me recap that. That's BCON. It's a call on the long side. It looks like we can make $1, which is almost doubling our money. Now let's take a look at CPSL, the stock we bought this morning. And boy, it got off to a big bang start. I'm lucky I reached up. I paid $378 for this, and I no sooner had it. Next thing I know, it was $390, $4, 410. I was like, wow. Anyway, it pulled back the rest of the market, and but the picture's still there, and I still think it's going to work its way higher back up to our target. Big volume in the stock today. I don't think I was responsible for that. I don't have that many people following me. At least if I do, I'm not aware of it. Anyway, it did 2,700,000, which is a pretty big day for the stock. So technically, it's a good sign. Anyway, let's take a look now at the winners and losers. The one stock I sold, or the balance of the position, I should say, Advanced Micro Devices. I thought maybe we'd get another spurt today, but it started to get soft looking, and so I decided to take the rest of the trade off the table. First trade I got 17.5% return, and this one was like about 16%. But the reason I sold is I thought it would get soft, and I just want to be able to reload the guns down in this area here. This is like 630 area, 620, 630. When it gets down to here, I'm definitely going to be buying the stock back again. Okay, so that was my reasoning for selling that, and I always like to put money in the cash register also. Let's take a look at the major indexes so we can see what to expect next. Now, like I said, they came down a little further than I thought they would. Although, you know, going back a couple days ago, I remember saying after this breakout that they needed to come back down, and even if they came down this far, it wouldn't upset me. Well, they're here. So they're down a little bit more than I would have liked to have seen them come down, but like I said, I believe I can attribute that to this emotional selling reaction to this news by the SEC wanting to put more clamps on the banking business, and I think the extra selling that went on in these last 2 hours was based on that, or there was some sort of major sell program from some big institution, like they're going to sell $10 billion worth of stock today and switch into bonds or some kind of deal like that. Because from here on in, it was pretty relentless. And it started to pick up some volume, but so we're at the bottom end of our exposure here, or at least what I think is my limit, and I do expect a rally because my short-term indicators are extremely oversold, and I certainly wouldn't want to see this area get violated. Now, I will say that the sell-off did catch my attention because of the volume, but I'm writing it off right now based on it was news generated, and usually when you react to news, you're usually wrong. But we won't know until tomorrow. But this market needs to rally out of this area without much more damage on the downside. Well, let's take a look at the transportation average, because they got hit also. They came down a little bit more. All the indexes came down further than I thought they were going to. This is a 2-day chart we're going to look at. And that's our first line of defense right there. That's the closing price, and that's exactly where they stopped. And I do believe they'll dig in here and put a rally together tomorrow. They're just way oversold. So that's the transportation average, and let's take a look at the SPYs, which is basically the S&P 500. This is a daily right here. This is our first line of support, and it didn't get violated. It got right down into it, but didn't get violated. So nothing to worry about on that front. And the QQQs, same scenario. First line of defense still held, closed right on, as a matter of fact. Let's take a look at the hourly on that. And this is the high we were talking about. Now, I didn't really think they would break this, but like I said, I'm attributing that extra selling to this reaction to the news by the SEC. And we'll see tomorrow. They should kick back tomorrow, early in the morning, I would think also. We'll see how that plays out. Okay, anyway, that's my view of the market. This is TK signing off.